An undrafted free agent out of West Virginia, James Jett played in 140 games with 75 starts and caught 256 passes for 4,417 yards and 30 touchdowns. James Jett won a gold medal in the 1992 Olympics as part of the men's Olympic relay team. He is the ninth leading receiver in Raiders history. He won the NFL's fastest man competition in 1996, and he also placed second the following year. He led the AFC with 12 touchdowns in 1997 and had possibly the best name of any wide receiver in the history of the National Football League. Before Jett ever played a down for the Raiders, he ran a leg in the United States relay team that won the gold medal in the 1992 Summer Olympics in Barcelona, Spain, with a time of 38.95 seconds. In addition, James Jett earned NCAA indoor and outdoor All-American honors at West Virginia in the 50-meter, 100-meter, and 200-meter during his college career and finished second in the NCAA championships at 100 and 200 meters in 1992. His best times were 10.10 seconds in the 100 and 19.91 seconds in the 200. James Jett beat the great Carl Lewis, a 9-time Olympic gold medalist, in the 100-meter in the United States Olympic trials that year. Even though he was a track standout, James Jett went to the University of West Virginia to play football, where he was a wide receiver on a primarily running team. In his career, he caught only 67 passes for 1,384 yards and 11 touchdowns, including a 78-yarder as a senior. James Jett, who had helped Jefferson High of Shenandoah Junction, West Virginia, pardon if I didn't say that right, to the state playoffs in 1988. Also, he had a 125 kick returns for 1,620 yards, giving him a total of 3,076 career all-purpose yards. The 5'10", 176-pound James Jett was undrafted in 1993, but signed as a free agent with the Raiders. And as a rookie, he started only one game, but caught 33 passes for 771 yards, leading the NFL with an average of 23.4 yards per catch and scoring 3 touchdowns, including a 74-yarder. James Jett himself could hardly believe it. During his rookie season, James Jett led the NFL with over 23 yards per reception and also recorded 707 yards on 33 receptions for 3 touchdowns. I just had to say that twice, so this registers to everybody. This guy was amazing. James Jett averaged 48.2 yards per game his debut season, and he played in all 16 games, but only starting 1. Jett played 10 seasons for the Raiders and caught 256 passes to rank 9th in franchise history for 4,417 yards and 17.3 yard average and 30 touchdowns, including an 84-yarder in 2000. Now, his best season was in 1997, when he caught 46 passes for 804 yards and 12 touchdowns, all career highs. No coincidence, because that's the year that we got Jeff George, and he came to the Raiders and he hooked up with Jett. Jeff George told James Jett, "Hey man, I can make you a lot of money." And they did click in the 2 years George was there with the Raiders. As the following season, Jett caught 45 passes for 882 yards and a 19.6-yard average and 6 touchdowns, including a 75-yard touchdown. When it comes to speed in Raiders history, the only player who compares to Jett is wide receiver Cliff Branch, another sprinter who ran a 10.0 in the 100 but passed up a chance to run in the 1972 Olympic Games in Munich, Germany, so he could go and training camp with the Raiders. And the only other guy who had a small stint was Randy Moss. So those are the 3 really speedsters during, so far. So James Jett and Cliff Branch played 2 decades apart. So Raider Nation can only dream of what it could have been like to have them both on the same team and on the field at the same time. In 1994 season, James Jett played in all 16 games, but only starting 1 again. However, he only recorded 15 receptions for 253 yards, 16.9 yards per reception. And in 1995, James Jett played in all the games on the season, but did not start in any contest. He finished the season with 13 receptions for 179 yards and a touchdown. Now, in 1996 through 1998, James Jett finally started all 16 games on the year at age 26, and he recorded 43 receptions for 601 yards and 4 touchdowns. James Jett won the fastest man competition following that season, as I mentioned earlier. The following season, he was second among the NFL receivers with a personal best 12 touchdowns in 1997. But James Jett finished with a career-high 46 receptions for 804 yards, and James Jett was a finalist for the NFL's fastest man competition after winning the competition the previous season, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video. Now, the 1998 season, James Jett recorded a career-high 882 yards on 45 receptions for 6 touchdowns. He also tallied a career-high 55 yards per game in his final season of starting all 16 games. Now, through 1999 through 2002, at 29 years old, James Jett recorded 552 yards on 39 receptions for 2 touchdowns. The following year, 2000, he finished with 20 receptions for 356 yards and 2 touchdowns, including a career-long 84-yard reception against the Atlanta Falcons. In 2001, at the age of 31 years old, James Jett played in 11 games on the season, recording 2 receptions for 19 yards. In his final professional season in 2002, the 32-year-old played in and started only 1 game, but did not record a statistic.